NFL fans, welcome back to a brand new episode of the J All Day NFL Show. We're going over survivor picks for week 12. I got a little bogged down last week. I didn't get to the survivor pool video, but we got one for you this week. Between me and my dad, we're in 3 survivor pools so far. My dad's, I think there's 50 people left out of 500. The winner gets $4,000. The J All Day sponsored, only 2 people left. The winner gets $1,000. And then I'm in a big one over at Splash Sports. 11,000 plus in this tournament. The winner gets $50,000. Only 500 people and change left here in this survivor pool, guys. We're going to go over all the games. I'm going to let you know some that I'm circling and some that I would avoid like the plague. Listen, we're at the point in this season now, 11 weeks down. That means we've already used 11 teams for your survivor pools. That means 30%, 33%, somewhere in that range, we've already used up, right? So we've used a lot of good teams. So how do we angle ourselves moving forward as we go into week 12? Let's get into the video. On to week 12, guys. Do me a huge favor. If you end up liking this content, please consider subscribing to the channel and always smash that like and hype button. It really does help us out. Little Lucy's rolling down the stairs, guys. All right, let's get into these games. Thursday night football. I always avoid Thursday night football like the plague. Bills, Texans. Will we see CJ Stroud in this spot? That remains to be seen. But the Buffalo Bills team does have their flaws. They struggle at the wide receiver position. They can't stop the run at all. Against a really good Texans defense, they could struggle offensively. If CJ Stroud is in this game, it could be pretty close. Davis Mills, I'm probably going to lean with the Buffalo Bills. If you're in a pinch and have Buffalo still, maybe you take them here. But for me, it's a pass. Next up, this is the chalk this week probably, right? Giants on the road, taking on Jared Goff, coming off a really tough loss versus the Philadelphia Eagles on the road. They get to come home against a banged up Giants team. Will it be Jackson Dart or Jameis Winston? We'll have to see. But if you have the Lions available, you got to take them, right? For me, that's the chalk of the week. In my opinion, a game that I'm circling. Most people have probably used up the Lions already, but if you are in a situation where you can use them, I like the Lions in the spot, in a get-right spot. Goff struggles outside, especially in really cold weather, really windy conditions, shitty situation there for the Lions. And the Eagles' defense have been playing really good. Let's roll with the Lions here. I think that's a good spot. Vikings, Packers, division game. I don't like this game at all whatsoever. I don't like division games. That's my rule of thumb. I think this is more of a 50-50, maybe a 60-40 game leaning towards the Packers because J.J. McCarthy has really struggled so far this NFL season. Threw 2 interceptions in a very winnable game last week. Justin Jefferson only had like 5 catches for 61 yards or 6 catches, whatever it was. Very bad performance from J.J. McCarthy, who threw 2 interceptions. Packers probably win. We're going into Green Bay. It's going to be cold. It's cold there this time of year for sure. I like the Packers in a pinch, but division games, I try to avoid them at all costs. Over here, we got the Colts and the Chiefs, another game. I think this is a 50-50 spot. Even though the Chiefs have been great at home, they've outscored their opponents the last 3 games at home, like 89-24. I think they're 4-1 this year at home. And the Colts, the last few weeks, haven't looked like the Colts of the first, 6 or 7 weeks where they're kicking the shit out of everyone. Kind of coming back down to earth. Daniel Jones definitely coming back down to earth. This game's going to be decided on whether or not Jonathan Taylor can get going versus this Steve Spagnuolo defense for the Colts. But on the road, tough spot, a game I'm not really interested in betting. And then if you got the Patriots, I used them last week. We used the Patriots, Packers, and Houston in our 3 different survivor pools. We're trying to spread out picks so we don't go heavy on one team and get bounced in all 3. We want to come out profitable this year, so we want to try to hedge our bets, with having different spots. I love the Patriots here on the road. The Bengals, Joe Flacco looks like shit. I don't think Joe Burrow is going to play. We'll have to keep our eye on that, but that doesn't matter. This defense has been terrible. No Trey Hendrickson and Shamar Stewart last week. Keep an eye on them. I don't think it matters either way. And remember, Milton Williams for the Patriots is on IR for the next 4 weeks. But Jamar Chase spit in Jalen Ramsey's face, even though he's denying until he dies. There's video footage of you spitting on him, dude. Just admit it and move on. He's appealing the suspension, but that appeal is going to go nowhere because it's on camera, him spitting right on Jalen Ramsey. It's a scumbag move, straight up. He's probably not going to play in this game. He's got a 1-game suspension pending the appeal. So I like the Patriots, even though they're on the road. That's another solid pick this week. Steelers, Bears. It's a pretty 50-50 game here. I'm avoiding this game like the plague, but Aaron Rodgers got a small fracture in his wrist. Probably not going to play. Probably going to be a Mason Rudolph game there for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Darius Slay should be back coming off of that concussion, right? And the Bears have just been winning close games. They pulled another game out of their ass versus Minnesota last week. They've been doing that consistently, but the Steelers team is, hot and cold. I don't know what Steelers team is going to show up. Some weeks they look pretty damn good. Other weeks they look absolutely lost and clueless, but we'll have to see what Mason Rudolph looks like here in Week 12. Avoid this game. If there are, a bunch of variables like a quarterback coming off the bench, I would avoid this game like the plague. Next up, guys, in actuality, this game is the chalk. Ravens versus the Jets. Even though the Jets benching Justin Fields, Tyrod Taylor comes to play here for the Jets on Sunday, and the Ravens just have not looked great. They barely beat a bad Browns team last week. Offensive line doesn't look so good. Lamar Jackson's playing pretty mediocre right now. The Ravens are 5-5. They need to win this game to keep their playoff hopes and division hopes alive, right? But I think a lot of teams are going to be on the Ravens, but I might try to avoid them. This could be a chalky game that the Jets pull out of their ass. I don't like this spot. It's just calling like a letdown game for the Ravens for me, especially after that piss-poor performance against the Browns last week. I mean, the Jets are so bad, but you probably can't go wrong going with the Ravens, but it just feels a little weird to me here, guys. But 91% on Splash Sports, they think they're going to win. Jets only coming in at 8.3%. Sorry, guys, I got dog hair floating all over me. Next up, Seahawks-Titans, another chalky game. I like the Seahawks. I've been saying that over and over again, I'm seeing the schedule. I'm like, oh, man, there are some good spots here. But I would assume most people have already used the Seahawks going into Week 12. And if you're lucky enough to not have used them, I think this is going to be a bounce-back spot for Sam Darnold. They probably tear up the Titans pretty damn good. Next up, Jaguars-Cardinals. If you're in a pinch and you used up all your good teams, I like the Jaguars on the road. The Cardinals are just exceptionally banged up, right? Defensively, I don't know if Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to play. They lost another running back this week to an ankle injury. They're on like their 7th guy at the running back position. Give me the Jaguars on the road. They kicked the shit out of the Chargers last week in a huge surprise. But we'll have to see if Brian Thomas Jr. is back. But there are better spots. But if you're in a pinch, the Jaguars are in play for me. Browns-Raiders. I think the Browns win this game. To have the Raiders as a win probability at 64%, I love the Browns here. I think I might go money line on the Browns. The Raiders are a disaster organization. They look horrible everywhere. Geno Smith is a joke. The coaching staff a joke. Give me the Browns, but don't touch this game survivor-wise. Eagles, Cowboys. Cowboys had a great game yesterday against a horrific Raiders who had a terrible game plan. Ashton Jeanty, 3 carries in the first half versus the worst rush defense in the NFL. That makes 0 sense to me, but I digress. Eagles on the road in Jerry's World. Cowboys are playing good ball, man. With Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and Ferguson and Javonte Williams, they have a pretty solid offense. Can they get going against a really good Eagles defense who have shut down the Lions and Packers in back-to-back weeks? I don't know, man. I like the Eagles in this spot, but division games, I'm avoiding that like the plague. Falcons, Saints, another game I don't want anything to do with. Michael Penix Jr. done for the year. Kirk Cousins in line to get the start there for the Falcons. Looks like the coaching staff could get fired in Atlanta, especially if they lose again to the Saints. But the Saints are playing pretty good defense, right? So they could be in to win this game, but I don't like it. And then we got the Buccaneers and the Rams. The Rams are probably the best team in the NFL right now. Them and the Broncos are playing the best football. Against a Buccaneers team on the road that's got to fly across the country. I like the Rams in this spot for sure. But Baker Mayfield, you can't count him out. But Sean McVay, remember, coached Baker Mayfield for a small amount of time. He was there with the Rams. And they know his tendencies, right? So that could be a disadvantage for the Buccaneers. I like the Rams in this spot. And I love the 49ers over the Panthers. But the Panthers have been playing pretty decent football. Bryce Young had the game of his career last week. I don't expect that to happen on the road versus the 49ers. Brock Purdy looked good in his first game back from injury. The offense is starting to get healthy for the 49ers. So I like the 49ers at home there for sure. But guys, we're into week 12. Let's get into week 13, right? I'm excited about this weekend. Hopefully you guys can get through to another week. And I'm going to have to start hedging my bets and betting huge against the teams that I'm picking. So it's like a hedge, right? So if I get to week 14 and 15, I'm going to start putting like $500, $1,000 on the team that I picked opposite of. Because if I keep going and cruising, it's going to get down to the nitty gritty, guys, and then I could win a lot of money either way, right? Whether I lose, I have my hedge, and if I keep winning, I got a $4,000 prize, a $1,000 prize, and a $50,000 prize on the line. So make sure you subscribe and tune in to see what I'm doing for Survivor. Help you guys out for your own Survivor pool picks. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the community, guys. And if you're interested, this video is sponsored by Underdog. $5 in entries gets you $100 in bonus entries for free if you use my promo code in the description down below, JALLDAY. $5 in, $100 in free entries. That's the best deal. It's only going to be for a limited time, and you help support this channel as well. Thank you guys so much for being a part of the community. Good luck in week 12. My dad crushed it, so make sure you tune into his videos as well. 12-3 in my dad's picks last week. He's kicking my ass this year, guys. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. Peace.